is how do I find distance on the coordinate plane if I have to graph the points? How do I find the distance on the coordinate plane if I have to graph the points? So I'm not giving you the points. You need to write the essential question. To review, a point is x, y. The x-axis is your horizontal axis, like the horizon, so it goes left and right. So I'm going to draw this little arrow to show x's go left and right. The y's are the vertical axis, and they're up and down. So the x tells you whether to go left or right. The y tells you whether to go up or down. Specifically, I'm zooming in, you go left if it's a negative x. You go right if it's a positive x. What about for the y's? Someone tell me. When do I go up? If it's positive. When do I go down? Negative. Alyssa, I see her mouthing the word since she's got it. Yeah. So that's your y's. You're going to see me write this a lot. The next thing we have to remember, I guess the last thing when it comes to this, is that we always do the x first and the y second. Always, always, always. Because if you're in a plane, the plane goes horizontally before it goes up in the air. Unless it's a helicopter, but a normal passenger plane goes on the runway before it takes off. And so you need to do the same thing, horizontal and then vertical. Point A is +3, +7. The x, the first number tells us left or right. The second number tells us up or down, starting at the center of the graph. So the first number is +3. So it's either left or right. Point direction, point which direction it should go. I see some people pointing it's positive. So it goes to the right. Because on a graph, your positive x's are on the right-hand side. Hi. Sit back here. And then the second number is +7. So that's either up or down. On a graph, think about where the positive y's are. Would you please point the direction it should go? +7, up or down? I see most of us pointing up. Thank you. So you follow the directions. We're going to go right 3 and up 7. And if you need to do this for every single time you graph a point, that's fine. It's going to help you not make mistakes. So we start at the center, which is right here in the middle. We're going to go right 3, up 7. Count the lines, 1, 2, 3. Or count the squares, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes, label it A. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where these numbers are, and so I would recommend counting the squares. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to let you do the rest of this on your own. B is +2, -6. Oh, hello. So the first number, 2, is our x, and tells us left or right. Positive 2, which direction does that go, guys? Left or right? Right. It goes right. Look at those directions we wrote out to the side. And then the y is negative, so which way should that go? We already wrote it down. Negative is down. So it's going right 2, down 6, and then you're going to write b. So from the center, go right 2, down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's b. But this is review. You should have done this in like 6th and 7th grade. Maybe even before that. So here's your job today. I'm going to let you work on the rest of this. If you've graphed your points, please make sure they match mine. Don't just copy it down. Try it first.